Day 19. Long-range rockets from Gaza today were directed towards Haifa for the second time since the outbreak of war. They were intercepted by the Iron Dome and fell in the Carmel Beach area. Rockets were also sent towards Eilat. Ashkelon and other communities closer to Gaza also came under attack. 4 rockets from Lebanon landed in open areas near Kiryat Shmone. An anti-tank guided missile was launched at an Israeli tank operating on the Lebanon border close to Avivim. The IDF responded by bombing targets in Lebanon and in Gaza. Tzachi Hanegbi, the head of Israel's National Security Council, tweeted today that he's pleased to say that Qatar is becoming an essential part and stakeholder in the facilitation of humanitarian solutions. Former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett expressed anger over the comments, posting, "The government of Israel is making a grave moral and practical mistake. Qatar is not a crucial partner for humanitarian and diplomatic activities. Qatar is the enemy itself. Qatar funds, artists, and strengthens the Hamas-ISIS terror group. Israel's stated goal is to destroy Hamas. Qatar's goal is the exact opposite, saving Hamas." For years, Qatar has supplied Gaza with millions of dollars, supposedly for humanitarian purposes, but now is believed to have gone directly into supporting Hamas terrorist activities, especially the purchase of thousands of rockets. Qatar has not directly condemned the massacre that Hamas terrorists carried out on October the 7th, instead choosing to condemn all attacks on civilians. But Qatar is seen as being a positive force in negotiations towards releasing hostages being held in Gaza. US Secretary of State Tony Blinken today asked Qatar's Prime Minister to tone down the state-owned Al Jazeera's rhetoric about the Gaza war because it's full of anti-Israel incitement. The request was one of several Blinken has made as part of a broader plea for Qatar to change its public posture towards Hamas. And Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, speaking in Qatar, accused Israel of a crime against humanity in its campaign in Gaza. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, said it will be forced to stop its work in Gaza unless it receives fuel today. The IDF yesterday issued photos that showed storage tanks holding over 500,000 litres of diesel, which Hamas is using to store rockets, not for hospitals. After Secretary-General Antonio Guterres' remarks yesterday, Israel stopped issuing visas to UN officials today. The chairman of Yad Vashem accused Guterres of having failed the test of the refrain, "Never again." More than 200,000 Israelis have returned to Israel since the October 7th outbreak of war. Defence Minister Richard Marles said Australia is sending troops and 2 military transport aircraft to the Middle East. He explained the point of this is to provide support to Australian populations who are in the Middle East if this gets worse. More than 800 Australians have been flown out of Israel since October 13th. This is Peta Jones-Pellach reporting for NCJWA Australia.